Yeah. 1, 2. We ain't even got spit 16s on this. Hey yo, this the best thing that ever happened to rap. Since Big Pun was packing the Mac in the back of the act. It's like getting pulled over by police with a loaded mag and duffel bag with crack in the back. Y'all in hot water. Y'all crab motherfuckers that got too hot in the pot and you got slaughtered. Your manager got sorted, you got shorted. We turned around, put it out in the block boarded.
Yo, I got rhymes and gats that I'm concealing. If rap is the floor, hip-hop is the ceiling. Led from jump, never was we trailing. Before you fight me, you better fight the feeling, nigga. Face it, guard, the base is broad. Edo is grimy, Ace is hard. Pause. You can catch 2 L's like your name was James Todd. A&E, avant-garde, the hit squad.
Yo, y'all dudes are similar to cinema. Trained actors like Brad and Jennifer. But yo, I got a flow like Angelina. And I'm a king like Billie Jean, promoter Don and Regina. We've been doing this as long as y'all been alive. So little boys, keep your mouth shut when the men arrive. I look mean as a motherfucker when I drive the chromed out black 450 like 10 to 5.
You'll get bodied hard, so you better have a bodyguard. I get that green like Swiss chard. When the flames pop, you'll never gain props. When the game stops and your chain pops, we getting off at the same stop. I can understand the ocean by looking at a raindrop. We everywhere, you in the same spot. I'ma make it so you rappers never ever name drop.
Yeah, your girl's on my wood like a hungry beaver. If she telling you she home with a fever, nigga, don't believe her. She on top of me, I'm underneath her. Cause your swag is a legal procedure like one receiver. Women hate a grown man with feminine traits. And your body gel kinda smell like cinnamon grapes. Your shampoo's like fruit passion. You the ass in the Louis store, trying to find some cute fashion.
You a no-show, and you won't blow. The people who know aren't talking. The people who are talking don't know. You a hobo. You get ate like Ocho by my vocals. I'm #1. Twist your wig like a cummerbund. This whole industry is troublesome. We pop rappers like bubblegum. Don't confuse A&E with them other ones.
When it's time to get wild on stage, I can spit H like Glenn Swan, Alan Page, or maybe Randy Moss in his college days when he was going through that childish phase. But listen, what you witnessing is violent rage. Kinda like a lion that got out of his cage. It's the underground sound that pays. Me and Crazy Eddie go together like brown and beige.
Yeah, the game of soap opera, the days of our lives. Rappers talk shit, then they apologize. No substance, hollow guys. That's why I do my 1, 2 and don't follow lies. I'm wax, you Serato guys. You bullshit, and Edo is bonafide. My dogs sick 'em, get 'em. Now they play victim, ain't about them toys. It's about who playing with them.
The largest black higher education institution on the planet is Howard University. Howard is named after General Howard that became famous from killing Indian children. Wow. The niggas walk down the street with their little Howard shit on. Right. You got a spirit in here, you corrupted. There is a real, I don't know what the name of it is, but it controls the whole universe. Y'all walk around defending Jesus and all that. When they took the mob and made 5 powerful movies called The Godfather, you didn't get mad about that. Huh? Somewhere. And if you could just get honest.
All of this back and forth and debate implies that there are really choices in this country, that we really have choices, freedom of choice.
Well, it's an all-volunteer army.
Americans are they're having trouble filling the slots in this all-volunteer army. I wonder why.
Well, raise the pay of the military.
Let me say one thing about choice. There is no real choice. They say freedom of choice. You're given an illusion of choice. Americans are meant to feel free by the exercise of meaningless choices. You don't have, you know what the choices are in this country? Paper or plastic, aisle or window, smoking or non-smoking. Those are your real choices.
Kills me that
It's a steady downhill slide. You know, This country is really finished. I mean, it really is technically finished. It's just a matter of playing out the end game. Well, that's true. It's true. You can see it, you can smell it. Anyone who can't see it or smell it doesn't understand. Yeah. There's a medical term that they use in hospitals when a person has no future left on this planet, they can't be helped anymore, and they put it on the chart, CTD, circling the drain. And that's what we're doing. We're slowly circling the drain, and the circles get smaller, and they get faster. I enjoy it. Personally, I don't have a stake in the outcome. Right. I personally enjoy this circus that I've been invited to. I've often said when you're born in the world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. When you're born in America, you're given a front row seat, and I couldn't enjoy it more. The Americans seem to think that the party's going to last forever, and the holiday goes on, and they don't really see the error of certain things. I mean, Thomas Rainsford Lounsbury was an educator in the 19th century, and he said, "It never ceases to surprise me at the infinite capacity of the human mind to resist the introduction of useful knowledge." And that's what it is. People know better. People sense better. But they go against it. They just think there are no consequences. I'm talking about the fact that a war is old men protecting their property by sending young men, or rich old men protecting their property by sending middle-class and lower-class young men off to die. It always has been. It's all about owning things. You began a sentence a little while ago with it's not a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise that rich white men don't care about poor black people, period. So they're not high on their list. They're not high on their list.
George,
They're
I
not
love you,
high.
George,
They're not.
but that's
I don't
nonsense.
care if you love me or not.
That's
They're
nonsense.
not. High on the conscious or the subconscious list of those people who are in charge of things in this country. The owners, forget these foolish elections, the owners of this country don't care about the poor in general.
The owners of this country, what are we going... is this Karl Marx talking to me? The owners of this country are the voters of this country.
You're wrong about that, my friend.
Aren't the owners of this country the voters in this country who elected George Bush?
No, they're not. Listen, politics, these elections are a charade. It is a charade.
Oh, okay.
They are meant to. Well, I'll tell you, just listen for a minute. Learn a little something. The elections and politicians are in place in order to give Americans the illusion that they have freedom of choice. You don't really have choice in this country. I have an addendum to that. The real looting in this country takes place in the transfer of the wealth from the poor to the rich. I'm sorry that you don't like class and the truth, my friend, but you're just stuck with it. Class and truth, and the poor have been systematically looted in this country. The rich have been made richer under this criminal, fascist president and his government.
George, you think that looting is looting okay if there's no hurricane?
First of all, property.
Can you break into tweeters whenever you want?
We're talking
I
about
have no problem with theft. May I be honest
No
with
problem
you?
with
I have no problem with theft. You have to give them credit for one thing. You have to give them credit. They're out in the open now. They're out in the open now. They're not even trying to conceal it anymore. The owners of the country they got their election. They said, we're going to get this election. We put you people in that court for a reason.
All right,
now's
back
the time
to
pay
earth
us.
for you now.
Yeah, forget all that stupid, will you? They're out in the open. They're openly driving the bus, and we're all in the back.
Because of the energy policies that were created here in California, not as a result of a conspiracy, but because...
You don't need a formal conspiracy when interests converge. These people went to the same universities and fraternities. They're on the same boards of directors. They're in the same country clubs. They have like interests. They don't need to call a meeting. They know what's good for them, and they're getting it. And there used to be 7 oil companies. There are now 3. It will soon be 2. The things that matter in this country have been reduced in choice. There are 2 political parties. There are a handful of insurance companies. There are about 6 or 7 information things. But if you want a bagel, there are 23 flavors because you have the illusion. You have the illusion of choice.
Right. You don't get the real important choice. There's no freedom of choice.
That's a great point.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls. Hate has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!